So here we are, we have made it through the second Capricorn full moon. We are still kind of riding through this wave. What does this all mean, and why does it feel so intense? Well, we have had 2 Capricorn full moons in a row, and this one is at the 29th degree of Capricorn. This last degree is all about these power structures from the top down and the way that they have tried to grasp on to control. We are seeing that this doesn't work. We are seeing all the flaws. We are seeing behind the curtain through the veils. We have Pluto in retrograde, and Pluto's retrograde goes from about like this beginning degree of Aquarius to this end degree of Capricorn. We have been doing this dance for a little while now. For a couple years, Pluto has been going retrograde and back, creeping towards being fully in Capricorn and being fully in Aquarius. Pluto in Capricorn, this energy, you can see it with the systems of control over the people. And Pluto in Aquarius is all about the fact that the control, the power resides in the hands of the people. The power resides in all of us, and no one is better than anyone else. This is a very egalitarian system. And so at this great transformative time, you can see the old structures trying to grasp at power. You can feel the old energies trying to grasp at that last ounce of control that they have. But the cycle is turning, the wheel is moving, you know, things are changing and you can't stop it, but we can learn how to ride the waves. Now, this has all happened during the season of the sign of Cancer, which is connected to the moon, which is all about our emotions. And really what we've seen is that the rigid structures of Capricorn, the Pluto and Capricorn energy of the patriarchy, and the way that it has wounded us all, the way that it has controlled the divine feminine within each of us, the way that it has controlled women, the way that colonization has come into indigenous communities and taken the teachings, but the teachings cannot be lost. They are all coming back. The people are connecting with each other. The people are speaking up and allowing their voices to be heard. You know, there is always a dark side and a light side to everything. So with social media, there is a lot that can be fixed in it, but it's also opened the doors of communication. In some ways that can cause harm, but in a lot of ways it allows us to see the way that other people think. It allows us to open our minds. Now that's a whole other topic that we won't get into with the whole thing about social media and how we can only sometimes see people who believe the same things as us. It's very important to listen to the perspectives of others who can shine a light on something that we have not been able to see ourselves. And during this time, we are dealing with a lot of the emotional processing of how these greater systems of control have affected us. We each have that pain, that wounded healer in the sign, with the sign of Chiron in our charts. That is the asteroid planet. It is the point of how these greater systems of control have embedded themselves into our lives and the way that we function. And this is being brought up to be healed now. This is all also connected to our North Node, which is the direction that we are being pulled to in order to evolve. So whatever is that pain of the oppressed within you, that is where you can find the greatest power. That is going to be highlighted during this time so that we can all learn to develop a greater understanding of why this has happened, why this has all happened to everyone, why what has happened to us, and we can speak our lives into the existence that we want. And we can speak and banish the things that we do not want. Now, as we start to move forward into this new world where it really does feel like we're like dipping into two different worlds, because we are watching the old power structures crumble and we are seeing the new ones arise at the same time. And that is what's so amazing about these times that we are living in, is that yes, we can change what has been, and we can do it in a way that allows us to grow and build, not just destroy. Because as we see the old towers falling, we are understanding that we have the power to create the world as we wish to see it. And really, that is what this new age of Aquarius is bringing. So what's bad about that? I mean, seriously, aren't you done feeling the pain? Aren't you tired feeling the pain? I was, and if we can just try to have more love than pain, that can tip the scales, that can tip the balance. And I think we can do it. But you don't have to shut out that part that has felt the pain in order to move forward and create a different life. Because part of this, when we say that, is like we're almost like dissociating from ourselves and our own experience. So if we can understand, why has this happened, and we can look at our astrology and we can really sit with our feelings of discontent and allow them to be so, then we can start, actually acknowledging maybe what we felt, so that we can make the decision to live what we want to live. And really what we're working on now is letting go of the voices and the experiences of the past. And really, it's in our DNA for generations where people have experienced this oppression. So in order to actually believe in ourselves and step forward, that must be acknowledged. And it can be really exhausting. We are nearing the end of this month of July, and as we move into August, we have the Lionsgate portal where so much energy will be flooding in. So if you feel like you can't keep going, it was just 10:10 on the clock, this cycle is over. This cycle is over. The wheel has turned. And you're about to start seeing things balance themselves out in magical ways. So I'll leave you with that.